May the Most High Creator of all bless us. Through my life, I have been journeying from place to place, moving a lot. And there's a pros and cons to that. The cons are you don't have long-term relationships like that. You know, you kind of like make friends, meet them, stay around them for a while, and then move. That's how my life was. So I didn't really get to keep my friends for a long period of time, but I made the time count. The pros to that is that knowing that my time was always short being around people that I grew fond of, I would be as close as them as I possibly can. You know, I would befriend them and embrace them so tough, so much that I would love them, because I know that my time, you know, the way my life was, I'll be moving to somewhere else again. So it taught me to embrace people even more, and that stuck with me throughout my life, even till now. Because although I lived in the Caribbean, New York, Chicago, I still find the people that I met through my childhood and life, I still love them, like have real genuine care for them. So yesterday I was on Facebook and I seen a friend that I haven't seen since I was like, I think like 7 years old, 7 or 8. And we were in 3rd grade together and everything, man. And we used to talk and be cool, you know. She was kind of like, she had male mannerisms, if you know what I mean, like a stud. But, you know, we were so young, I wasn't really focused in on that about her. It was just like, you know, you're my friend, I'm your friend. And we would click so tough, you know. This is how it was with different groups of people through my life. But it taught me to hold a dear love for people more than the norm. And maybe that's why I stay away from a lot of people, because it's like I care a lot about people, and you get hurt a lot, you know, especially if you involve yourself in society, because society is turned upside down, you know. So some people change for the worse because they care so much, and they end up being hurt a lot more than most times, you know. So I'm kind of like an introvert. But I said that to say this: the algorithms are finding these people and bringing them together on an app. How much information is it endless? This AI has everything, all the information we ever need, and put it on these apps for us to find them. Back in 2016, I was at a friend's house, and he was telling me that I used to record. You know, he had a studio, and we were talking deep about Freemasonry and, you know, all the different stuff in society was going on, and we were getting deep. So right before we got even deeper, he moved our cell phones to the speakers that was playing loud, and he said, I don't know if you know, but they be listening through our phones. And I said, yeah, I know that already, because I had a personal experience with that. One day I was going to the bank, and me and one of my buddies was on the phone talking about martial law and what they're going to do and stuff like that, concentration camps. And in the middle of that conversation, a woman from Homeland Security chimed in our phone call and threatened to tell us to stop talking about this topic, or she threatened to we'll have federal problems, federal issues, you know. They'll come after us, basically. All right, and we'll be penalized for what we've been talking to. What about, you know, on the phone? And then she chimed out. So I told him this, and I was like, yeah, so I have the experience. I know firsthand that they listen to everything you say, even when you're not on the phone. He was like, nah, it's beyond that, bro. He was like, they can hear what you're thinking. They can read your mind. I started getting a little skeptical. Although I know for a fact, in the back of my mind, I always say that their technology, the rulers of this world, the managers of this world, their technology is at least 100 years advanced. This is why the elders told the youngins, live long, because you're gonna, through experience, you're gonna learn it all. So a few days ago, I was by my phone, and all of a sudden, a rapper, an artist that I haven't thought about since I lived in New York, which was over 20 years ago, popped up in my mind. And I was careful not to say anything around Google while I remembered him, because I didn't want Google to hear me and put it in my news feed. So I thought about the artist in my head, and I thought about him in a series of questions. I said, one in my mind, all in my mind, I said, whatever happened to that rapper Freaky Tah? And the other two artists that made the group. So it was three of them in one group, and I was like, man, Freaky Tah and his group, what was the name of the group? I forgot the name. And then I remembered Mr. Cheeks, right? That was the other guy. So I was thinking it in my head. The next day, the day before yesterday, the next day, man, that very thought popped up in my news feed, my YouTube news feed, like I searched it. Don't you know when you put in search into Google, you type it in, and then whatever you typed in, the information will pop up about it, and it will have the highlighted keywords that was used to find whatever you were looking for. That exact thing happened to me. Remember, I haven't let that thought escape my mind out my mouth for Google or my phone to pick up audio, period. I just kept it in my mind, and I pushed it in the back of my mind, and I forgot about it. Those questions. Why did it pop up? What I was looking for popped up in the form of a video the next day answering my question, like to the T. It said death, drugs, and mismanagement. And it said Freaky Tah and the Lost Boys. What happened to the Freaky Tah and the Lost Boys? Just like that. And Freaky Tah was highlighted, and Lost Boys was highlighted. You remember, I forgot the name of the group, but I remembered Freaky Tah. And my three questions was, whatever happened to Freaky Tah? Boom. Damn, what happened to the other members? And what was the name of the group? I forgot it. And it answered it. And lo and behold, right by the topic, it had Freaky Tah in bold letters, and it had Lost Boys in bold letters. Just like when you search engine, when you put in your information to search, Google search, and it pops up and it shows you what you were looking for with whatever keywords highlighted. It did it exactly like that. Mind reading. This is exactly what my friend was talking about back in 2016. If you remember, a couple months ago, Domino's Pizza had a commercial where the Stranger Things cast was in the commercial, and they ordered pizza, and the cashier was telling them, letting them know that it's now possible for customers, for Domino's customers, to order food using their mind. There's an app that Domino's Pizza have where you go into the app and it picks up whatever your mind is ordering. You don't have to type in anything in any type of menu, nothing like that. It'll read your mind and bring up your total and exactly what you ordered using your mind. So they made it trendy in the commercial for Domino's, mind reading apps. But Google and all these tech savvy companies already had technology that's been reading your mind. And in fact, I don't even think it's reading your mind. I think they have so much information on everyone on this planet that it's easy for them to calculate your next move. This is what they do with society, with the algorithms. Sometimes you think they're listening, but they're not even listening. They know you. They have so much information gathered up on you that you think in this department is different from that department with the use of information. No, now the algorithms, the AI has a hive mind. It's all one. So based on what you've been clicking on YouTube, they could pull your social security from the office or something, from some sort of important administration, and pull your information and then smack dab in the middle of your screen, you see something that portrays what your thoughts were. This is how they're doing it. It's highly sophisticated, super advanced. So you thinking you're gonna order pineapple and jalapenos on your pizza, and then you say, nah, I'm gonna switch it up. And then the computer still gets you switching up your ideas and still ring up the tally, the total, for what you switched up on. They're that far ahead they can calculate your mistakes. Sort of like it's correcting you before you correct yourself. This is how far they are ahead of us. So just imagine what they're going to do with quantum, the applications, what they're doing to us now in our reality. The algorithms are picking up on your thoughts before you even make your thoughts, your decisions. So even though I was glad to see my friend and all this, I realized like the algorithms are doing much more. They're thinking. These things are thinking, and it's outthinking us. And we're giving in because we want the iPhones, the iPads, the iWatch, the this, the all-seeing eye. All right, it uses all video feed and cameras and all these things to see. Okay, satellites, everything it uses to see all. It uses audio, all type of different audios everywhere, so it can hear all. And now they have mind reading technology, so they can know all. The AI wants to be the Most High, hear all, see all, and know all through the use of tech. And people are gonna go into this new tech because they're going to want the new technology, the chips that you put in your body, and you can make phone calls and see who you're talking to without even holding a cellular device. You can go online just by a thought. You can have conversations with people on the phone, over the phone in your mind, and read and think. You have a conversation non-verbally using the mind. This is what they're going to do. They want this technology to evolve them because spiritually we are lost. We have all these powers, but we can't do it. We lost it. So now technology is replacing the spirituality part. But the thing is, if you're not connected to the source, you're going to be connected to a new source, which is the AI, which knows no moral bounds, which knows not love. It can define it in every different language, but it doesn't have its essence. Beauty, love, and justice. It doesn't understand that. It's not programmed to, and it won't be programmed to by its makers and the rulers of this world, the managers of this world. AI is getting out of hand. They already put up an artificial sun in the air. We haven't heard what its capabilities are yet. We haven't seen its effects. We don't know what's going on with this. Soon people will be taking pills in the form of barcodes. They swipe the barcode and it instantly gives you the vitamins and everything digitally that you need. And then you're going to be feeling so energized that you can literally probably jump from one building to another. This is the type of technology that we're going to come into, and a lot of people are going to want it because of those effects. Some people are sick, some people are injured, so any chance that they get to upgrade their bodies, so to speak, they will. They'll say, to hell with spirituality. I want my legs back. I want my body back. I want to be a part of this society. So people are going to willingly move forward in the name of progress and technology in the expense of souls. So with the armor of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, spirituality, and the gift to be able to you can tell basically what's going on. You're very aware, you're alert, right? Be alert of what this tech savvy thing is doing to us. It's splitting families apart. You know, some people could be all in a room, all together, but never been far apart ever in their life. Why? Because of a cell phone. These are the times where we're fighting for our very essence. Okay? So, be aware, man.